All right, let's talk about something. We're going to break down a sneaky financial trap that gets almost everyone. I'm talking even the highest earners. It's called the lifestyle inflation trap. So let me ask you this. Why is it that every time you get a raise or a promotion, you still feel kind of broke? Why don't these new opportunities actually seem to change your financial life for the better? And here's the real question. What if the more money you make, the more money you end up losing? You know, it all starts with what I call the income illusion. It's this idea we all have that a bigger paycheck automatically means a better financial life. But honestly, it's just not that simple. Let's be real, we all think this on some level, right? If I just earn a little more, everything will get better. And look, a bigger paycheck can definitely open some doors, no doubt about it. But something subtle, almost invisible, starts to happen the second that extra cash hits your bank account. And boom, this is it. Lifestyle inflation. As your income goes up, so does your spending. It starts so small you barely notice. That daily $5 coffee becomes a $7 specialty drink. The takeout you got once a week is now 3 times a week. Before you know it, you've got a better phone, a nicer car lease, a bigger apartment, and just like that, without you ever really deciding to, your expenses magically swell to fit your new income. Okay, so how does this actually become a trap? Let's break down the mechanics, because it's all about the gap, or more importantly, the lack of a gap between what you earn and what you spend. At first, it feels incredible. It feels like progress. I mean, of course it does. You've worked your tail off. You feel like you deserve these nice things. But here's the catch. That space between what you bring in and what goes out, it doesn't get any bigger. It just stays the same. Or even worse, it starts to shrink. And that right there is the sound of the trap snapping shut. Now, listen, this isn't just a math problem on a spreadsheet. This is all about psychology. We have to understand why we fall for it to really see the danger it poses to our future. So why does this happen to pretty much everyone? Well, it boils down to a few really powerful reasons. First up is social pressure. You see what your friends or colleagues have, and you feel that pull to keep up. Then there's emotional spending. You know, telling yourself, I worked hard, I deserve this. And finally, maybe the biggest one is just a lack of awareness. We honestly don't realize how those little harmless upgrades are adding up to a massive bill over time. And this is where it gets seriously dangerous. Even with an income that's way higher than before, you can be completely financially stuck. How? Because you're not actually building your savings. You're not investing. You're not buying assets. So from the outside, yeah, it looks like you're crushing it. But on the inside, financially, nothing has really changed at all. And this right here, this is the cycle of stagnation in action. You earn more, so you spend more, which means you stay in the exact same spot. It's a loop. And the years just fly by with no real financial growth to show for it. It's exactly why you see some people making really good money who are still living paycheck to paycheck. Okay, so that's the trap. Pretty grim, right? But the good news is you can absolutely break out of it. And it all comes down to one thing: intentionally creating a gap, a space dedicated to your financial growth. The solution is actually pretty simple, though it's not always easy. Just don't upgrade your lifestyle at the same speed as your income. As your income goes up, you have to consciously keep your expenses under control. Here's a great rule of thumb. For every new dollar you earn from a raise, promise yourself right now that 50 cents of it goes straight to your future. You do that, and you create a powerful gap for wealth building. So how do you actually build this gap? Let's get practical. It's a 3-step process. Number 1, you got to become a financial detective for 30 days. Track every single dollar. Use an app, a spreadsheet, even a notebook. You need to see where your money is really going. Number 2, create simple rules. My favorite is the 24-hour rule. For any fun purchase over, say, $100, you have to wait 24 hours. You'd be amazed how often that must-have feeling just disappears. And number 3, automate everything. The day you get paid, have money automatically transferred to your savings and investment accounts. You can't spend what you never see. That becomes your wealth engine. And all of this, it brings us to the real lesson here, the whole point of this explainer. We have to completely change how we define real wealth. Look, fighting lifestyle inflation isn't about being cheap or never enjoying the money you earn. It's about taking back control of your financial future. Because real wealth isn't built by what you spend. It's built by what you keep and what you grow. That is the entire game. But here's something to chew on. Even when people get this right and they avoid the lifestyle inflation trap, a lot of them still never reach financial freedom. Why is that? Well, in our next explainer, we're going to tear down the other hidden wall that stops most people in their tracks. Now, I want to turn it over to you and be really honest with yourself on this one. Have you ever gotten a raise, but you didn't actually feel any better off financially? Drop your story in the comments. Let's talk about it. And hey, if you want to keep digging into the hidden rules of money, make sure you subscribe. Because honestly, the most important financial lessons are usually the ones that nobody ever bothers to teach you.